Suicida.
Hello, welcome to the Leading Brand. This is where we do a review of WWE Smackdown Live. This is where I am the captain, the glorious Jeffrey Burtis. Gentlemen, who else is here joining with me?
Gentlemen, I believe currently it's only one person, and that is
Mm-hmm.
the baritone, James Belknap. I'm actually,
Okay.
I'm hitting the notes better because A, I can hear myself,
Yeah, I
and
mean, your singing's getting better.
I'm
Your singing's getting better. Unlike Aiden English, who you idolize.
hey, I'm, 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 I'm over with him. Well, I mean, over as I like his gimmick going on,
Yeah,
and he got a
unfortunately,
win. He got a win
yeah,
this week.
he did. Yeah, he did. And unfortunately, Tony is being sick today, so he won't be able to join us. So we're just going to be doing a recap of, let's see, this was the 29th edition of WWE SmackDown Live, August of 2017. We start off with SmackDown with this
Or August 29th.
29th. Was it 29th?
Today is August. No, it's the episode's for August 29th. Episode,
Yeah,
I want to say 941.
940. Wow, we're getting close to that 1,000 mark.
Next year is at 1000. Yeah, episode number 941.
941, huh? Wow, I'm impressed you've kept up with that.
941 and 1266 on Raw.
Jesus. Oh, my Lord.
I don't know how I know.
That the fact that you know that is kind of problematic. You've been watching a lot of WWE recently.
A lot of WWE or just in general, I just keep up with the random numbers and it just so happens to work.
Well, to each his own. But we started off on SmackDown with the Singh brothers. Wow, did you realize they're really? Have you heard? They're really, 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 really sorry.
They're really sorry, but they still didn't kiss the feet of Jinder Mahal.
Which
Modern day
I was surprised they didn't do that.
Raja.
Yes, I'm still surprised they didn't do that because I heard they were sorry. They were sorry. They kept begging for the Maharajas forgiveness, just bleeding. Please, we're sorry we failed you.
And yet
I mean,
still failed once again this week too.
yes. I mean, it's nice to see that there's a small, tiny bit of tension between Mahal and the Singh brothers. I mean, he's mad that his flunkies couldn't beat Nakamura, but let's face it, Nakamura losing to the Singh brothers, that ain't happening.
There's there was no chance in hell in that because A, they're jobbers, B, they're
Yep.
jobbers, C,
I
they're
mean,
really damn good jobbers.
yes, they take nasty bumps, but in the end, overall, after they were begging for forgiveness, Nakamura decided to show up and go after Jinder Mahal. But it ended with a 3-on-1 beatdown. Randy Orton, not voices in his head himself, tried to make the save, but Rusev showed up to attack from behind. The heels came out strong in this promo, and guess what? Holla holla, we had a tag team main event coming out of that.
Machka.
I mean, it's nice, but poor Rusev. I mean, it's just basic promo 101. Heel comes out, starts talking trash, fans boo. Hero face comes out, gets attacked by heels. I mean, new face shows up. I mean, it's just basic predictability.
It's to be honest, it's a thing that really kind of bugs me sometimes with SmackDown. They they follow certain fundamentals, but they're following the fundamentals in the 80s and 90s that to be honest worked back then, but it's kind of stale today. Especially when you have the kind of dynamic characters, especially when you have Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
Rusev who you're able to do more than just a standalone foreigner role,
Mm-hmm.
and he's given the most basic that is job to Hulk Hogan. And you know my
Yes,
opinion about Hulk Hogan,
not a fan. Overrated.
exceptionally overrated.
I mean, you got a point there, but Rusev, he has so much potential, but I feel like they're just wasting it.
Well, there was the rumor about him, wanting a release, which was defunct. But to be
I
honest,
mean,
it felt like it was still in full force, like a punishment to do this
mhm,
angle. But that's how it felt. I don't know if that's
mhm.
true, but it felt that way.
Only time will tell. Hopefully, Rusev can get out of this little punishment phase of his career. But you know who's? I mean, you know who's now the tag team of the tag team division in SmackDown? The Ascension.
Oh,
Yes, but we did get treated because the gold standard Shelton Benjamin is back. Finally. Oh man, did he look good? Did he look? He look okay. He did look a little rusty. There was some time. There was some spots where I'm like,
he did bounce
he
off
looks
the rope.
slow.
That's very concerning.
Hmm.
And
But
so there's little spots here and there that made it go, man, he's trying to knock off some rust. And it's just like, before you get to that goal, you got to make sure you surpass. Wow, what happened to your headset?
don't
Um,
ask. Don't ask.
um,
Trust me, don't ask. You need some tape.
well, that's what the Ascension needed is some tape on Shelton Benjamin if he really wanted to make him not look like he's trying to knock off all that rust. You got to take a bunch of rust off to show off
Hmm.
that gold, right?
Yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah, he did, and it was just like the Ascension is now just being this. They're jobbers now. They're
They're
jobbers to make
they're unfortunately
the
jobbers, and in this situation, other than putting maple syrup on a piece of wood, what really do they have other than NXT Tag Team Champions longest reign?
oh, you Naples. Ugh.
It
Ugh.
it was hilarious for that reason.
It was hilarious, but I mean, it showed. I mean, this was meant for Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, and my God, they look great. Does this mean they might get a tag team title shot? Maybe in the future, but uh, I don't think. I wonder how long does Shelton Benjamin still be buddy buddy with Chad Gable? Because I still get this feeling he doesn't want to be in a tag team.
A, B. To be honest, it's worth it for him to be in a tag team, but right now, yeah, it's gonna be that way. I'm gonna think after Survivor Series, you'll see the slow crumble, and once you reach
Mm-hmm.
Royal Rumble, you'll see probably an explosion, thus leading to a WrestleMania: Chad Gable versus Shelton Benjamin.
I mean, I'd be all for that. That'd be a good athletic match.
That would be actually that would be better than Jason
I'm
Jordan.
Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle.
Yeah, which we all
Oh,
see coming, but you know, it'll be fun if it was a fatal four way between all of them.
that'd be. Oh God,
That is
please.
that is amateur wrestling fundamentals at its finest.
Oh God, that'd be such a great match.
It wouldn't.
Remind it,
It would make the Olympics wrestling look like child's play at that point,
oh yeah, I haven't felt that way about a match since WrestleMania 19, Kurt Angle Lesnar.
which ended up with Lesnar is the closest. The only thing that can kill Lesnar is Lesnar himself.
Yeah, you got that right. But now, moving on now, the house that AJ Styles built, the U.S. champion, came out and he's reinstating what John Cena made the U.S. title look good, the U.S. Open Challenge.
Which obviously reinstates the fact that John Cena says that AJ Styles is pretty much John Cena in the sense,
Hey,
you don't understand. You're me.
here's the thing. AJ Styles is good. He's phenomenal.
He
He
makes he, him and Sasha Banks are a very interesting duo because they can make anybody look really good.
hmm
So in that aspect, what they both do is make good matches with whomever.
Yeah, man, he made Shane look good in WrestleMania. That was impressive in of itself.
Oh yeah,
But
it really did.
I mean, but get the perfect 10, 10. Ty Dillinger answers the U.S. Open Challenge, but Baron Corbin, Mister
Tony
Idiot
Khan.
himself. Yeah, yeah. What you pretty much said. came out saying no,
dumpster fire. What
dumpster fire. He came out, tried to attack Ty Dillinger, and but Ty Dillinger fought him off and still continued the match. This made Ty Dillinger very good. B, this makes Baron Corbin even so much weaker.
it doesn't make Baron Corbin entirely weaker. To be honest, it shows more of a character build than actually showing
I
a
mean,
strength build.
if Baron Corbin just keeps attacking and showing this more aggressive side, maybe he can get himself out of this.
Maybe,
Maybe,
but
just maybe.
at this point, we already know which way he's going with not only the backroom creative,
Hmm.
and of course the number one person you don't want to be on the bad list, Vince McMahon himself.
Yes. Well, and they with the attack that Baron Corbin did on Ty Dillinger still continued the match, but eventually he had no choice but to tap out to the calf crusher. Also, about time somebody Styles won with the calf crusher. Make that submission move actually a viable win con, basically.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of the moves that people act like they're about to be a finisher does not occur. Remember Roman Reigns when he did that power
Hmm.
bomb and he does the whole brah brah. It's like that's not even a finisher or a signature for you. Why are you trying to do this whole
It,
persona
it's a
change?
transitional.
It's a transition to like imagine if John Cena um, pinned after the five knuckle shuffle. He doesn't go five knuckle shuffle by itself. He goes on to AA.
Hmm.
It's but it's a transition to a pin, and I don't like it. It should be a transition onto something else. Imagine he does the power bomb, gets up, he sets up the spear. Now I can make it a lot more believable, powerful move to me because it sets up. Because he doesn't
Hmm.
have a real setup other than, two things, hoo and then that's it.
Hmm.
Everything
Yeah.
else, I mean, he has only like five moves of doom kind of style move. Is doing all those
Hmm.
clotheslines, and then he eventually does the whole bounce off the ropes, clothesline, then set up for hitting with the punch.
Yep. And then it's time. Glorious. Now I won't give in. Faced
Right,
Mike Kanellis.
I'm gonna say right after you know taking a toast to the greatest love we've ever
Mm,
known.
yes, but I mean Mike Kanellis. I mean, this tells me that the gimmick is really hurting his character. All that lovey-dovey stuff because they didn't even play the entrance. They went straight to Bobby Roode.
It went jobber status on him, but also
It went.
the
That's unfortunate.
the, the style is already jobber status. I mean, they're not booking him. They only have a 2 hour show, which to be honest, they need a 3 hour show.
Hmm.
So at this point, it's really, really, really hurting him to, for them to stay on this thing. They need the
Hmm.
start
They need
doing
the breakup.
divorce angle. The divorce angle, I
Yeah,
think, would be a greater idea.
but
Guerrero,
hmm,
yeah,
yeah, I remember
I
that.
want a divorce. Nah.
But Bobby Roode, it was all Bobby Roode against Mike Kanellis. But Bobby Roode, as a face, he gets over with just the entrance music. But he is so much better as a heel.
You're telling me.
He's so much better.
What's I'm starting to realize is when I do all this stuff, the crowd's not the people in the thing's not noticing. I'm just doing this for you.
Mhm.
Glorious.
Oh yes, glorious.
By the way, the Glorious DDT is supposed to do a sideways DDT, or because some of the people in NXT does the whole flip thing. I don't know
Um,
anymore.
I think it's just a right. Like he taps up, lifts him up, and then does the DDT. It doesn't no flip required.
But a lot of people in NXT did flipped over, planting themselves,
Mm.
very similar to a Dolph Ziggler style planting.
I mean, it may be depending on the superstar because some stars sell it better than others.
But then again, think about it. Now, NXT is a developmental. So a lot of them they feel that in this situation you're getting planted, and it's a big planting. So what you're gonna do when you get planted? You're gonna flip the fuck over.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
makes sense.
but I want Bob as much as I like Bobby Roode as a face. I want him as a heel. He does his best work as a heel because when he was in NXT,
Wait for
that
Bob
heel
up
that
until
heel persona came out and it was so good.
TLC. After TLC
Oh yeah.
progression, I would say Survivor Series will be somewhere turning because then
Mm.
he's gonna make that run through Christmas time, give everyone what they
Mm-hmm.
want. Hopefully by that point we get the broken angle at the same time. And then from that angle what we need is him to start turning heel, and then by Royal Rumble he's either A has a great match or B he's in the Rumble late, possibly contending.
Do you want wait? You think they're gonna put the belt on him that a chance to contend that early?
Well, when did the phenomenal AJ Styles come in?
He came in the Royal Rumble, won the WWE title at Backlash.
Yep, and Backlash was how long out after WrestleMania?
After WrestleMania, it was he was in the title picture immediately after WrestleMania, but wow.
Yeah, you're looking at April time, I mean May time frame. You're looking at 5 months. Um, he came on for right after SummerSlam, so you're looking at a whole September, October, November, December, January. 5 months after he can win the Royal Rumble.
Maybe, but I kind of want Nakamura to get the belt first.
Well, of course, and then that's where the heel turn starts coming in. Is he's trying to get the
Oh,
belt from Nakamura,
but
and then he's going for the title.
do you want Nakamura versus Bobby Roode for the title, or do you want Nakamura versus AJ Styles for the title?
If it's going to be at that point, I would rather have AJ Styles win the title before Nakamura.
I mean, I want Nakamura to at least get a title. He's won the title before. I want Nakamura to get at least one reign in.
And John Cena's won the title 16 times, and he's probably going to get another chance somewhere along the line to break the record. So
I don't know if they're gonna give it to him though.
the only way I could see them give it to him at this point, if it's going to be this year's WrestleMania, would have to be not through the Royal Rumble, because let's say someone from SmackDown wins the Royal Rumble, so they're going for the actual championship. It would be him,
Mm-hmm.
Lesnar, him taken away from Lesnar because that's the person he hasn't beat.
Uh, he has Cena has beaten Lesnar before.
I'm saying for the title of the big stage, because remember with SummerSlam,
Oh, for the title, no. Interesting.
think about that angle, especially with the chance that Lesnar's leaving, which
Mhm.
we don't know. But
We don't know about
if
that.
Lesnar leaves, it's great to give that. Obviously, people will know exactly what's going on if Lesnar's coming with the title. I think Lesnar needs
Mm-hmm.
to be at Royal Rumble.
Interesting.
Then whatever they put against him at at WrestleMania, now
Mm-hmm.
nobody knows if he wins or not.
All right, but
Let's be
yeah, that's a little fortune booking for later on for some other time. But
let's be honest real quick. If
mhm.
Lesnar's title at WrestleMania, he's gonna lose
Interesting.
because and Vince McMahon will make sure about it. If you're not for sure, look at '96 in a little place called Montreal.
Oh, you bringing that up?
We'll make sure you're not leaving with the title.
Speaking of Montreal and screw jobs, looks like Kevin Owens is still salty about another McMahon screwing another Canadian over.
By the
By
way,
the way,
glad that you caught on what I was trying to do.
thank you. I know your little tease. I know your little teases, James, sometimes. But he interrupted Aiden English, and he was just like, "You screwed me out of the U.S. title, my U.S. title." He brought up the fact that on Raw, Stephanie and KO were cool. But in Shane O'Mac's land of opportunity, he's like, "That's I got screwed." Shane O'Mac came out and he's like, I gave you the chance to choose your referee. Baron Corbin was incredibly partial, so I had to step in and ensure a fair conclusion. And then you're like, you know what? Get out of the ring so this next match could begin. Enter Sami Zayn and Aiden English. Your singer, your I don't know why you like him,
And it's
but
one of the I think for my case because even though he's not a big man versus
mhm,
Elias is going to go over a little bit to Vince because he's a bigger guy, he's a muscular guy versus say an Aiden English. Aiden's definitely
mhm,
good for jobbing scenario, but I prefer the two. It's rare that a musical act actually works out since Honky Tonk.
mhm.
So
But
I don't know who
this,
else other than Cena's Thugonomics actually gone over.
mm, Thugonomics was good. It was really good. But we had, I mean, KO Shane, the build for this eventual explosion of a match, it's good. It's getting really good. I want to see what how much more hostile heat KO can put on Shane McMahon and how them just keep not butting each other's heads. Because I think the payoff will be on either the next SmackDown pay per view or they wait till Survivor Series.
It's Survivor Series. It also gives them
Survivor
a
Series,
reason to not put him back in the the 5-man tag.
the elimination tag match. Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be interesting.
it's a good way to
But
keep.
we had a match: Aiden English versus Sami Zayn, pretty back and forth match with KO being on commentary. He's like, I keep getting screwed. So you know what? Okay, referee, give me your shirt. I'm the referee now. So he became super in English. Granted, because Sami Zayn and KO do not like each other. And he did a pop up power bomb on Sami Zayn, and he's like, "Okay, in English, all yours." And then a fast man. That was a quick fast count. 1, 2, 3, done. I love it. I love the fact that he just came out of nowhere, just took the referee's job, trying to bring out a point. I absolutely love it.
And then at the end, he left, and in a backstage interview, Shane mentioned that that he left and this match does not count, and I'm leaving. Like the fuck?
Wow. But you know who's not? Another superstar that's going to be leaving and on sideline right now is Xavier Woods.
Yeah, I'm looking at a picture right now, and
Yeah,
he
he
has a
came out.
tag. It
It's
says it's
sore.
sore. He has a
It's
tag
sore.
on.
This is where the Freebird rule really saves Xavier Woods.
Yeah, because he won the titles. He won the title with was it with Kofi this time? Yeah, it was with Kofi,
Yeah, I think it was with Kofi.
and he lost. And obviously they lost it. Imagine if they held the titles, and
Mhm.
he had to relinquish that. But thanks to the Freebird
Oh,
rule, that's not a worry.
thanks, thanks to the Freebird rule, he can still be part of the New Day and still be doing the having Francesca on the sidelines.
That was a crap match, by the way.
Yeah, well, I mean, it really was. But the winner of this will be able to choose the stipulation for their SmackDown Tag Team Championship rematch. I mean, okay, but it was not the best match the New Day and the Usos had, but it did its job. Which I was surprised that the Usos defeated the New Day so they can pick the stipulation. I want you to come up with 3 stipulations the Usos might do for the New Day. My 3 are street fight, no DQ, or a New Day member is banned from ringside.
I'm trying to think of the ways that Usos would prefer to not have the third member out there. So one of them
Hmm.
was banned from ringside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just wondering what other ways they can make Street Fight would be another one, but I would think a tables match, specifically
Ooh,
tables.
tables. Well, the net SmackDown pay.
Possibly tables elimination.
Man, somebody going through those tables.
Because
Table.
imagine you have all of a sudden um, someone laying on the table, then just rolls off, someone goes through it,
Mm-hmm.
and that evens up the score. That's how
Okay.
you have the comeback going for either side.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't need all of a sudden, you know, like the first one be eliminated would be say Kofi's going for from the top rope. All of a sudden,
Mm-hmm.
a super kick come out of nowhere, and he falls through the table as one of the Usos brothers rolls off.
Mm-hmm.
You got multiple ways
That'd be great.
advantage and disadvantage.
Mm. It would be very interesting. I'm surprised it didn't come out and just came out with the stipulation right now. But if they save this for like Hell in a Cell, it causes that little excitement, a little bit of that waiting game.
They have Hell in a Cell or TLC.
Oh.
Hold on,
It is. I think it's Hell in a Cell. I'm pretty sure about that.
so many times before.
But as you're looking that up, at least you're doing something. And because the Nets match was a squash match for an unknown versus Tamina, basically make it.
Jobber. Oh, it's
Yeah.
Hell in the Cell. So, you know what? That would be the stipulation.
What?
Tag team
A Hell in a
Cell.
Ooh.
What other than the championship, which to be honest, I'm kind of.
Ugh.
I think the championship for
That's why they need.
it's either Shinsuke and Jinder in the Hell in a Cell, or it's this tag team.
God, that would be a great match.
Why else would they say they choose a stipulation? I'm
I
down for
approve.
that. I'm really down for that.
I'm down. I'm down since day one ish, and I'm down for that stipulation. Oh my god! But yeah, Tamina squash match against a jobber. Let's go, jobber. No match. I mean, about time. This is a good way of getting Tamina singles push over. I'm trying to build her up to maybe getting the SmackDown Women's title.
I'm really proud of crowds who cheer for the jobber because that makes the jobber feel so much better about doing their job.
Yeah, good job, jobber. Good job, bravo. But
Good job,
you
crowd,
did.
cheering on the jobber.
Let's go, jobber.
Because it's like, you know what? Screw this person. You're the
Right.
awesome one because you are working your butt off for being a no-namer.
Yes. And then we had Holla Holla, the main event. Nakamura, Randy Orton versus Jinder Mahal and Rusev.
Here, let me show you the results. Aha!
Ah, I know the result is an RKO.
No, the result is faces win.
Yeah, faces win. We all knew that was coming. I mean, when it comes to tag teams, main events, they always want to have the faces win. No surprise.
They kind of screwed over everything by announcing that, number one contendership was going to be Shinsuke and Randy next week. Because then,
Yeah, they announced that before the match.
predictable. No, they announced it like segment 2.
Segment 2, huh?
It made it so predictable. I don't understand why this got a B plus on Bleacher Report, and it, all these other places are giving it pretty good stats. It's like, to be honest, it wasn't.
It's predictable.
It wasn't that great of a technical match, and it was predictable.
It was predictable, but the thing that saved it for me was the angle after the match, the RKO to Shinsuke Nakamura.
That was even more predictable than the results.
Hey, I mean, he's got that one move on RKO from out of nowhere. That is the one move. RKO. Setting up for that RKO. That one move. If anything, Orton's done correctly.
Nothing is
That's
telegraphed other than that. And that just says it's now open for business. That's all. I don't like that.
from Adam. I mean, Nakamura versus Randy Orton, great match. My prediction on that is the fact that Jinder Mahal is going to interfere, and we're going to get the triple threat.
Oh God.
But this SmackDown was kind of
Throw a baseball
oh
bat.
god, oh god. This SmackDown was kind of predictable and basic, honestly. I mean, the one thing that was genuinely surprising was KO just taking the referee's shirt and just calling them, just screwing Sami Zayn over in that match.
That was a good one.
That was really good. That feud's gonna be good. Usos getting the stipulation, and Tamina looking pretty strong, and U.S.
I
Open
don't
Challenge.
I don't like how Lana took the mic and the live mic and the whole studio and yelled at it. I would prefer her doing that and people hear it from the sidelines, kind of thing, and she
Hmm.
yells really loud, or even have a lav and it goes quietly throughout the whole place. I don't like how it went quiet and just to hear her.
Also, we did get Shelton Benjamin's debut. Yay! Yay!
Give me something better. I like the open challenge though. Hey, here's a question for you.
Oh, you got question time to wrap up the Stadium Junkie Lady
How
Brand Stadium.
how would you like it if whenever Charlotte gets back, she takes the open challenge? If there's gonna be a woman who's gonna take a man's title,
Ooh,
it would be Charlotte.
it's bold. It's bold, but I don't think WWE would do it.
I think that well that is a great excuse for it too, and
Ooh.
at Hell in a Cell.
If you want to put the women over, like saying they can keep up with the men, this is it.
And AJ's gonna make her look good, and she's gonna do her good spots.
Oh,
Man,
that would be so good. I just don't. I don't think
yes.
WWE.
Well, I don't think they'll pull the trigger because they're completely
They
against
won't pull it.
man versus woman. But I think out of all the women that could pull it off, it would be Charlotte.
Charlotte. Oh, it'd be so.
Now, granted, it
It'd be
has to
so
be
great.
it has to be a second tier title, United States or
You
Intercontinental,
what?
and
There's no way for the. There's no way for the WWE title. The last person to, last women to win a men's title wasn't
China.
that China? She was built to do it,
Don't treat her like a woman.
but
Don't treat her like a man.
yeah.
Don't treat her like a boy. Just treat her who? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh God,
I
it'd be
would
great, but if it,
if you really want to pop for that because how did the last open challenge ended? It ended with a debut, well, a comeback,
return
a return of Alberto Del Rio
or AKA Alberto El Patron,
with Coulter.
yeah, not the
So
best way of ending the U.S. title reign. Because can
so
we?
how can we how can you make another big pop and it makes it more major than that?
Oh, Charlotte or having a like having like Ty Dillinger maybe get the belt off of him. Who knows?
Um, who would be best fitted? I the only other person I think that would be Dolph with his angle.
Oh, speaking of Dolph, he was supposed to have an announcement for this week, but instead he decided to push it back another week because he's just talking BS about all the gimmicks. He was talking trash about Elias's gimmick, didn't say it, but he's like guitar. If I have to come out with, I mean, I feel like it's basically a shoot at how frustrated he is with his WWE career.
Well, he does have the one-time reigning champion,
Hmm.
like a lot of wrestlers.
Yes, and rumor has it that Dolph Ziggler is like once his contract ends, he's out of WWE. He's like wanting to be out. So rumor has it that he might put over Bobby Roode as his last final farewell to WWE.
You know, I can accept that. A Shawn Michaels like versus a Ric Flair type.
But can we just put Bobby Roode into heel? Because I mean, he can chant "glorious" all he wants. The fans are going to do that regardless. But if you want to show the best of Bobby Roode, make him that arrogant, down your throat heel.
You know what? You know how good that would be.
What?
That would be. Gloria.
Yes. Yes, very much so.
It's so predictable, but it's so over. Remember how it's like I took SmackDown Live from good, and you
To
didn't have to say anything else. Everyone knew exactly what was going to be said. And
also,
sometimes
mhm.
fanfare works.
Also the crowd was not that good. I didn't hear a single singing for Bobby Roode's entrance. Oh my god.
I heard it. It was barely there,
It,
but nevertheless.
they don't know. Brooklyn knew.
Well, Brooklyn was lit and had a lot of Europeans.
Yes. But
Europeans do make a difference when it comes to WWE events.
yes, indeed. They hardly chant louder than we do. That's sad.
No, they except the Great Balls of Fire. Great Balls of Fire was actually pretty good for a Dallas crowd. Dallas crowd was the closest thing to being lit for anything in between WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
And I was there.
Mm-hmm. That was the first time they didn't use pyrotechnics for their.
I'm so mad about that.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. I was expecting pyro. Yes. No pyro. It needs pyro.
Yeah.
No pyro. No pyro. Disappointing. Thumbs down.
I really enjoy like Sheamus with the pyro.
Sheamus doesn't need pyro.
Well, the pop.
All he needs is that spotlight.
A pop.
Oh yes.
Like Ryback's pop. Wade Barrett. Mm-hmm. Wade Barrett definitely needed that pyro.
Man, I hope they bring it.
That pyro was really good for Wade Barrett.
I hope they bring the pyro back. Also, one last thing before we go off the air. Rumor has it the Undertaker is planning to make a return at No Mercy. Your thought? My question is: do you want to see Taker back so soon?
What's funny is you changed the question for me because you already know what I was predicting. But do I feel?
How do you feel about maybe the Undertaker coming back at No Mercy? Just to wrap it up.
Well, it is going to be against Roman Reigns, and you got to put him over. So how else would you bury, the Phenom? And that is with the Shield reunion. But Roman believes that he would be the third wheel in that Shield reunion.
Interesting.
So he's not looking forward to it if it happens.
My thing is, he's old. That last match showed his age. I don't know. I'm a fan. Undertaker's been my favorite for the longest time. I don't know if I want to see him back. Let him retire.
The first time I saw Undertaker was for Bad Blood 99. And I watched for a while, and then I saw him when he transitioned into his motorcycle gig, and I love that.
American Badass.
I love that angle. I don't know if people hated it. Yeah, if you hate it, if you're a purist and all you want is the Undertaker, bury me, bury my soul.
Just stop.
But if you truly love wrestling and its gimmicks, that worked for the Undertaker, and he was able to transition twice and be able to put them both over.
He went from Dead Man to Ministry of Darkness to American Badass.
Is Ministry of Darkness going to classify something else other than just that was just normal goth Undertaker at that point.
Normal gothic heel Taker.
Take it,
and then he went Big Evil. And then also he did I'm going to make you famous. God, Rikishi.
Bury you in your own jobby hole.
Tony, alrighty.
Give me information.
Alrighty, that was the leading brand review of SmackDown Live. Let's be honest, the winner of this week, I gotta say, as much as I'm a SmackDown fan, I gotta give it to Raw.
Yeah, I wasn't too big of a fan of Raw, but Raw takes this one, to be honest.
Raw takes it just for the Cena Reigns promo.
God, the Cena Reigns promo.
That the
Yes.
man,
Shoot promos. Come on. Give me some more.
calm down. But start. How about this? After we do review each brand, we just declare a winner of each week. You cool with that, James?
We we got to do some restructuring, nevertheless. But
Yes.
we are playing with what exactly our show is going to be because
Mm-hmm.
quick announcement for people who actually listen to the podcast.
Mm.
We will be
Time.
changing our name.
Yes, indeed.
We need to be more reflective of what we are. We're not just stadium stuff. We're stadium junkies. We're going to be media. So we're looking
Yes.
to name change. We're playing with names like media junkies. Hell, I just want to be called junkies media, to be honest. But we
Yeah.
have to do a lot of research before we make a decision like that because you
Yes,
can't
and
change things
also
all the time.
we will be doing some football talk because football season officially begins Thursday with the kickoff game of the Patriots and the Chiefs. Yay. Yay. And we'll be doing some entertainment. Like I will be show if I get the equipment, I will be broadcasting let's plays basically.
We'll be looking at some let's plays. We're gonna actually show off some gaming skills and show how good or bad of a gamers that we are. And you never know what's gonna be coming down the pipeline. We're actually wanting to make this a pretty much fan geek dome of all that we can for media. But
Yes.
in order to find that out, you got to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes. And peace be upon you. Like, share, subscribe. We will listen. We will respond to any comments you have. And this video, James, what do you have to say to them?
Hold on. Jeez,
Oh, oh God.
I did have something planned and I lost it. So keep on talking. I'm gonna do something real quick.
If you do not like this video, well, I guess you can be as clueless as James.
Well, there's the liking part because they know where that thumbs up is. I think
Mm-hmm.
there was a few people that understand that they know the location of that down button, and of course that the dislike button. If you dislike that, well, I guess you're also a fake ass bitch. Part time. Um,
Jesus Christ.
let's see now. You also need to cut promos because, to be honest, we can't even cut outros.
Me? I'm a what? What?
we.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. But that has been the leading brand for WWE SmackDown Live, August 29th edition, 2017. I'm Jeffrey Burtis of the Stadium Junkies Media, and this was the leading brand.